So it's good that you're actually here in the UK because people get to hear your sound. They would have heard you through the airwaves. So it's always kind of nice to see the artist in person doing their thing. I mean, I remember, I'm going back now, I was actually in Hyderabad in India in 2006. I wasn't on a voyage of discovery, ladies and gents. You know, I wasn't going crazy or anything. I was just there for the music, enjoying myself, and it was all good. I was in a club, you might know this, early 2006. Who's headlining? Bandish Project. And the club's was called Bottles and Chimneys. Yes, Bottles and Chimneys. And you were there, and you were performing. But at that time, there were two of you. So at the moment, it's just yourself.
It's just me. There was Udyan who was working with me, but now he's working on his solo projects, and he's no more in Bandish Project.
What's interesting, I mean, of course, now you're working on your own. How's that kind of affected the musical output? It affected it anyway? Is it different?
Yeah, that's what I was been wondering after the people's reaction and the people would think that they were. But I think perceiving as a Bandish Project sound, the sound has not changed.
Yeah.
The visual has changed because there's only one person instead of two.
Yes.
But the sound has not changed because the most important thing in Bandish Project was sound.
Okay.
Not the people working towards it.
I understand.
You know, like when I'm working in India, if you check out my album, it's so many people working on it. So it's like not just one person or two person or three person. It's about the sound which is coming out of it.
I agree.
You get me?
And let's talk about this sound. I mean, let's really talk about this sound. Yes, let's talk about the sound. Okay, so I mean, look, you know, I mean, I'm talking from a DJ to a DJ here. Essentially, when you're performing, you know, from what I get from you at Bandish Project is you give it 110%. Now, not only does he DJ, ladies and gents, let me just get this straight. Not only does this man DJ, right, but he plays the tabla as well live. All right. Not only do you play the tabla, but you do something with your vocals. Now, can you talk about this madness?
See, the thing is, I started learning tabla at the age of 2. Okay. So it was a live element which brought me up with the things which I've been doing. So for me, making music was alright. I'm making music, producing music for people and they hear it. That's totally different. But the live element, I like the feeling of things going wrong, things going right. The timing is perfect. You know, that's what I call it live. People are playing on laptops today. Everybody is on laptops and they're, you know, making sets and this and that. I mean, I really appreciated the way they do it. But the thing is, I don't want to go to that part because I'm a live performer. So when you see me performing, I have a setup of 3 DJs like a deck, 1 mixer, 1 tabla, darbuka, and me on vocals.
Fantastic.
So the thing is, I make sure that the sound which is gonna come out of it, it's gonna be one sound. So you will be hearing a tabla sample from here, and then a bass line from a different CD player, and then a groove from this, and I'm doing a vocal on that as well, and then I'm playing a darbuka on that as well.
Fantastic.
It's sometimes unbelievable for a person who have not seen me. But it's a attraction to see people because most of the time when I play, people don't dance because they're shocked. What does the guy have to?
And what they end up doing is just sitting on the sidelines and watching, and they're not watching as if like play something else, but they're watching in wonderment. And they're like, oh, what's he doing? Right? You know, this is good.
For me, the music is more important than anything else.
Absolutely.
You know, so that's what I make sure that I perform live and make the person feel that, oh yeah, that's a live music which is going to come out. So I play CD players, so I play it like my tablas. I use the cues and I do a lot of, you know, making beats there and then.
So kind of the tabla, you know, you could argue, I mean, of course you're mixing music on the decks, using the tabla, in a way you're creating a bridge through the music. You know, you're using kind of the tabla and your voice as well. Okay. The vocal percussion that you do as a kind of bridge with the music. You're layering melodies over melody. In the UK, of course, your music is filtered through the radio stations here. You've been played on specialist music shows. So there's been a great awareness of who Bandish Project are if people go out their way to go on the internet or listen to the radio. Now, in your home country, in India, right now, okay, what's happening in relation to underground music? We're hearing there's a big wave happening. There's a lot of excitement happening now. There's change happening. So how is your sound being perceived over there? And on a greater level, what's happening in the scene as a whole?
Being an artist in India and making a music like this for so many years, I've been blown away with the kind of responses I've been getting for last 2 years. There are young people who are making crazy bass lines, crazy beats, and everything is coming original. The only problem is I would think of, you know, India has such a brilliant talent hub. that they have so many people with different talents.
Yeah.
The only way to make that sure that the talent is going to be useful for the entire industry, they have to follow a right path towards it. Because for us, when we started back in late 90s, it was really difficult for us to understand the path because we found our own path.
Okay.
But now you have people, you have internet, you have, you have people coming, going in and out. You can talk to them. You have lots of people. Like, I remember the first track which was played on BBC Radio 1 for me was Bobby's show in 2000. And I was like, wow, my track has been played on Bobby's show.
Electric Dosa?
No,
Is it before
it
that?
was not Electric Dosa, it was Do Naina.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
That was quite some time ago then.
Time ago. So when I was based in Dubai in 2000, 2001.
Okay.
But now it's not like that.
Yeah.
Bobby's been playing tracks like anybody's track which I'm listening to the sound and I'm listening to, wow, even I have not heard that before. You know, so it's like a legacy which is happening in India.
I agree.
And people are just doing it.
Yeah. And because of the home studio setup now, it's making it easier. It's making it accessible. You got the internet, you can see everything, you can do everything. So it's a good look.
The thing is that everybody is making brilliant sound and they're making some brilliant tunes. The only way you can make it forward is you'll have to go through a path of what the entire thing is all about. You need to understand what the entire business is, how music is going to work, where are you going to go after 5 years, everything, so that you can make your own career out of it.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
I agree. Now 2009, 2010, what's happening for the Bandish project?
2010 I'm looking forward for US. Because I have not done US till now. It's been UK all the time.
Absolutely.
So we're looking for US tour next year and I'm going to perform with the band.
Fantastic.
Like I'm going to perform with all the singers and the instrumentations which I've done on the album.
Amazing.
So it's going to be like 5-6 people of band.
Amazing. Now the instrumentation, you know, your vocal, what you actually do live. Any way you could kind of show me now? Yeah. Okay. So let's have a listen. I don't if you've ever seen Bandish Project or Mayor from Bandish Project actually perform live. Remember, we're talking turntables, we're talking tabla, and of course his voice as well.
So I'll just give you the example of the vocal percussions I do. Yeah.
Go for it. Do you want me to look at you? Shall I look? Away?
No, that's all right. That's all right.
Then,
it's really good if you look at me.
Okay,
Then. It's like. It's like
Hey, right, fantastic. That is amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
When you hear it live, it's like with a bass line. With a
of course. Well, I can feel it now.
Pad on it. You know? So it makes sound like one track.
Yeah, and well, basically, I mean, even what you were doing there, it's just like a cappella, and it sounded tight in itself. So I can imagine over a kick drum, over a fat bass line, over the tabla even, it's going to sound amazing.
Totally. That's what it's all about.
My Bandish Project, my friend, you are amazing.
Thanks a lot.
And it's been great having you here.
Pleasure.
Okay, enjoy the rest of your tour, and of course you stay in the UK. Stay away from the kebabs. But you know, have a good time while you're here.